Well, here we go. I'm flying into this without any script and like 3 bullet points written down just on my phone here. So I'm probably going to be jumping all over the place. I kind of apologize in advance for that. But I really did want to talk about this. And I tried scripting this video. And I never got very far into the scripting process because it just, everything I was writing down just felt like fake in a way. So I thought maybe it's just better to do a brain dump all in one kind of sitting, and we'll see how that goes. Maybe I'll cut around some parts. I don't know. Anyway, I just wanted to talk a little bit about my dissatisfaction. Is that even a word? Dissatisfaction is probably a better way of saying it, even if that is a thing in the dictionary. Um, but yeah, I wanted to talk a little bit about that, and just with the state of Identity 5 content on YouTube, at least. I don't really know about too much other social medias. Like, I'm not on the TikToks, I'm not really on the Twitters. I don't even like Instagram or whatever. I don't even have an Instagram account. I don't even friggin' look at that. But the IDV content scene on YouTube anyway is just awful. If I was to summarize it into like 3 words, it'd probably be stream clips, news reposts, and gameplay with fancy skins, or just unedited gameplay in general. And I think those 3 things very much just summarize like maybe even over 90% of the content that's uploaded, at least the content that I can find. And this is a very demotivating thing, at least for me, because I've always prided myself on, making unique, interesting videos. That is like very much not what anyone else would have done. I know I've done a lot of videos that are like, Clark is gonna break the game, and everyone makes that video. But at least recently, once my upload schedule kind of took a dive off the cliff, that's why I've always tried to very much make things that no one's really done before. Like, the example I always use is like when I wrote a auto hotkey script so that I could play the game using text commands. No one else has done that on IDV, at least. Like, that's a very novel concept, and I like to do those novel concepts, and occasionally, throw opinion videos like this. That's always, that I think after a long time of doing YouTube off and on, that's kind of where I found that I enjoy it. But it is horrifically demotivating, at least for me, to post a video like that where I've spent hours and hours and hours sometimes, and I understand that my editing is not the best, my storytelling is not the best. I'm not saying that my videos deserve to have hundreds of thousands of views, but it is very demotivating for me, at least, to put all this effort and time into not only just creating the actual video, but the actual thing behind the video, the engine driving it, right? I have to write these programs myself. Like, I can't, that kind of stuff isn't just existing and open source on the internet. Which, by the way, I am on my website now. I am having a page where you can go and just download the source code for any of the projects that I've made in the past, because I think that that's kind of an important thing to do, and that'd be pretty nice. But I digress. That is, it's a very demotivating thing to, put all this into the video for the 3rd time I'm saying this now, and then see just someone upload a gameplay, for example, of the latest skin, and then getting, like 10 times the amount of views that I'm getting, and it's just nothing. It's not even like an interesting gameplay. It's literally just, some random rank match, which they of course win every single time. And people never post their lost games, and I have another, that's a whole other issue entirely. That we don't really, or at least I don't really want to get into here. I'm gonna try to keep this, at least fairly concise. We'll see how well that goes. But yeah, it's just it really is. It's hard, and it frustrates. It frustrates me because there's nothing special or interesting put into a video like that. That's just a regurgitated stream clip, or a random gameplay, or just reposting news from Twitter. And that's what most of it is. And it's just, I would describe it as just, churned out, almost automated slop content that, it's really, it's junk food content. There's nothing really there, at least in my opinion. Now, obviously, there's an audience for this. People want to watch this, and and that's okay. And maybe there's just not an audience for the things that I want to post, and that's also okay. Um, it makes me not want to upload content for IDV though when it is like that, where it's like, this kind of low effort, the stuff is getting just such a large amount more success, than I've ever even had on a video. Alright, this is editing Yo7 jumping in real quick. Can we just appreciate, for one quick second, how crazy this priestess's win was? She switched cards with the Naiad, then got down and drew her original card back to 21, and won the game. I've never seen that happen before. Anyway, back to the scheduled programming. There is a part of me as well that's maybe making excuses for why my videos are not as popular as they are, saying, oh, all of this trash, all of this slop, it's drowning out my videos, because people, they aren't, they're seeing my thing, and then they're not clicking to another one of my thing, they're clicking to something else. I don't think that's the case, but sometimes it does feel like that, where it's just all of this giant factory of, churned out content is really drowning out like my personal voice and the voice of anyone else that's trying to be, even marginally unique. I don't entirely think that that's the case, but maybe it is. But yeah, moving on from my gripes as a creator, like, at least for me, like, I never watch any IDV stuff on YouTube really anymore. Like, I used to watch like quite a lot back in the day. I watched Persuadable, I watched Gaming Grizzly, and just, there's so many creators back then that felt like creators, right? Where they'd sit down and they'd talk to you, and they'd have different video ideas and do different things. Even if it was largely just talking about the gameplay in the game, maybe an occasional tier list, it felt different. These days it feels like you can go to, any of the 100 channels that are just reposting, the news every day or every week, or, however frequently it is, or any of these 100 channels that are just posting gameplay, with 100 different videos of the same embalmer skin, or the same antiquarian skin, and it's like there's no personality to anything anymore. It's so much just drab and dry and churned out the same carbon copies of each other, as far as the eye can see. Which, I don't know if that's how everybody feels about it, and again, like, this is only like kind of a YouTube specific problem, I guess. But that is absolutely how I feel about it. Like, I've stopped watching IDV almost entirely. I don't remember the last time that I really watched. No, I do remember the last time I actually watched an IDV video. In fact, it was it was like the esports music video with the OPH skins. That was literally the last time I think I sat down and, like, I watched IDV content. Maybe like tournaments and stuff. But basically anything and everything I consume is from the official channel, because it's it's game news, and it's whatever it is. It's like skin showcase, you get to see everything first, and once it's kind of showcased there, it's like, okay, now it's just getting churned into this mill of reposts and reactions and stupid shit. Like, it just gets churned into a bunch of slop, for people to kind of feast on by all of these different channels. And, at the end of the day, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, as much as I'm talking negatively about it. it's just, I'm kind of just voicing my frustrations about how, like, I feel like the originality and individuality of channels has just kind of been erased and gone, and, you know, selfishly, voicing my frustrations about, my own channel not, like, being as successful as I would like it to be. And, even on that note, in recent times, I've kind of come to terms with the fact that, I don't really want to be that well, I do want to be, successful on YouTube, but it's like, it's not something that very much motivates me to live stream or post anymore. Like, I do it because I enjoy doing it more than anything else. And for a long time for me, that wasn't the case. For the longest time, I did YouTube to gain things, and that thing that I was trying to gain changed a lot throughout the years that I've been doing it. But now I mostly do it because I enjoy it. I enjoy going on a stream and, talking with people, and especially people that come into my stream sometimes after matches conclude and we can have a discussion like that. That's great. I enjoy that. And obviously you get the occasional troll, but it's fantastic generally. And being able to kind of socialize and talk to people in that way, even in videos, being able to share like kind of my passion for technology and stuff like that, and then mixing it with IDV, which I also really like, and having people find entertainment from that is like a very fulfilling thing for me. Which, I don't know, YouTube never was like a fulfilling thing for me before. Like I said, I always did it before to gain, and which is no longer really the case. But yeah, I don't know. I don't even know if I'll end up posting this. It's just kind of a rant, old man yells at cloud kind of rant, because I don't know. These are feelings that I've been feeling for a long time. I've never really, never really kind of expelled them, because it always felt like I was just very much complaining about my own lack of success, which in a way, yes, I definitely am doing that. But it is also just frustrating for me to see like kind of the niche, if you will, go down the road that it's kind of gone down, and it very much as well like promotes people that are perhaps less than savory. And I have my own personal beefs with some people that do content for this game, which I don't want to drag that into here, but I feel like a lot of people that should not have platforms do have platforms in this community, if that makes sense. Less of a problem on YouTube, I think, but you hear about it all the time and whatnot. But yeah, I don't know if this will even end up going up. Maybe it will. Maybe I'll cut it down. I just kind of wanted to throw some opinions, some feelings, and just get it out of my head, out of my system, because I've tried to write it down and it just wouldn't properly do it. So maybe this will properly do it. Anyway, if somehow this is uploaded to my channel and you're watching this, I have a website now that I just finished, like, I think yesterday. No, the day before yesterday. Just frickin' had an absolute cow of a time getting the proper TSL going on there, but that works now, so you can go there, and it does not give you a big scary warning from Google anymore from not having a valid TSL certificate. It works properly, so that's a cool website, and you can get all of my code and stuff from there as well. So yeah, that's my one plug. That's my one plug for this video. Also, remember, take care of yourselves, everybody.